Welcome back to Let's Keep It 100 podcast.
Oh man.
Yo, leave that shit in there. Leave that shit in there. Leave that shit in there, nigga.
The sound should be good, right? It don't even really matter. We gonna do it again, and you can leave the first one in there.
Damn, bro.
Welcome back to Let's Keep It 100 podcast. We doing something a little different today.
Yes, sir.
You mean? Two of the biggest players in the biddy. I'm RB __35 on the gram. I got Mr. Marcus.
__ Mark 39, biggest in the fucking world.
Y'all got too many underscores, man.
I know that is.
No, we
know that shit crazy.
we can't just be Tone Trump. But we got one of the biggest influencers in the city. Been doing this shit since way back then. Introduce yourself, player.
Oh man, it's the top act, the greatest hustler alive, which is documented. Google greatest hustler alive and you see what come up. Tone Trump. And right now we at my office in Cilantro's, downtown Philadelphia. I'm with the biggest podcast in the world, so
Shout out.
it's a blessing.
Shout out to Tone Trump. He can
No, I appreciate you reaching out to us, bro. We don't do that as a community. And that just let us know that we working.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely, because for me, like, I do media all over the world. And for the last few years, I've intentionally not done a lot of local media because I don't really find it to be beneficial for what I'm trying to do. But lately, I've been seeing a few different platforms in the city and the biddy looking beautiful. And y'all definitely at the forefront of that. I love what y'all do, you know.
Appreciate it.
I see all the work y'all do with my brother Quilly and all the work y'all do on yourselves. Y'all just did a classically not. So
Hell yeah.
I'm a smart man. I said, let me partner up with them before they out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
I know where y'all about to go, so let's get some money now.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate that, bro. That type of shit make us keep going.
No, real rat.
Cause if you know how that shit goes, ups and downs with this shit. It be days you want to stop doing what you're doing. You ever had like moments like that?
Honestly, I think we all do. But one thing, that's like when I talk to young artists from Philadelphia that I see that's like super gifted, I always remind them, like, you've great. Like, don't let them fool you because this city is so tough and so harsh. This city will discourage you, not even intentionally. It's just a tough city. That's why the people that make it out thrive so well. Because if you could survive this, you know, I've been all over the world and I've never been nowhere where I've ever been intimidated because I come from Philadelphia. So that's like the gift and the curse. Like, of course, I wish it was more love here. But that hate and that honesty and that harshness, it prepares you for this brutal world. So I'm grateful for all, you know, by the time I got to the world, I had experienced so much hate in Philly. It was like, I didn't know how to receive the love. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I was uncomfortable when people were being nice to me because I was so used to swinging back and fighting.
Yeah.
But y'all doing your thing. Because if I see it, everybody see it. Because I ain't local. I'm all over and I'm seeing what y'all doing.
Facts. But Tone, but look, they said you was starting a lot of them fucking beats back in the day. Man.
When I first started, I was, to be transparent, because you got to understand, when I came in the game, before I started beefs, I was trying to be nice and nobody paid me no mind. I wasn't no great rapper, you know what I'm saying? So I had to figure out a way to get their attention. So essential shit good.
We
We was lost you today.
What is he doing over there? Why is he even
Right? Why you gonna the stairs? You know you walk on the stairs. You alright?
He's like, I need a minute.
You alright, man?
He ain't all right.
We not going to the hookah lounge tonight.
If a nigga go like this, like, go ahead. If a nigga say, just go ahead. Just go ahead. He not all right. That's the first sign of nigga not all right, when he like, just go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
We got
I tried to be professional. You gotta keep it moving. Yeah, I can't work. I was professional. I kept working. The nigga RB just started cracking the fuck up. Check on with your cut.
Yeah. Yo.
I said, this is the first sign you know a nigga that all right. What the nigga do? That was evidence A that he not all right. The nigga said, no, go ahead.
They just fell behind the camera, yo.
No bullshit.
Shout out to my man.
Like, my whole thought process was like, why is he even over there? What's going on?
We in this.
You.
Cut that part out. He go back.
Oh, shit.
This joint just
Yo.
went federal.
Yo. Oh my.
I'm out of here.
Yo. Yo, y'all
This
silly
good
as
old
shit.
hummus. Someone Trump done put us on, man. We eating off the fucking motherland.
We down here eating right, man. Eating halal, eating clean. Everything made fresh. Everything made with love.
Absolutely.
I mean, I gotta, it's a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? It's a halal lifestyle. So
Yeah, but Tom, go back to you was talking about how you had to, start some beef to get people attention.
yeah. So what I did was I was strategic about it. One of the things I did is when I started off, I tried to target people that were highly respected that people wouldn't expect nobody to say nothing about. So I came with a plan. You know what I'm saying? The people that I said stuff about in the early DVDs, I knew these were people that would say something back to me. And once that happened, I would do the rest. Before I could rap, I knew how to talk. I knew how to sell myself. I knew how to sell my products. I was always groundbreaking and first on selling things and conditioning my fans to buy. That's something that a lot of Philly artists never did. That's why they never made money. They were so bragging about getting views that they didn't even own. So while they was bragging about free views, I was selling digital downloads and the people conditioning my fans to know if I put something out, you have to pay for it. You can't give away stuff for years and years and then be like, now, yo, buy this now for $10. Nobody's not gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's how I did that. So my thing was strategic. I wound up having real problems with rappers later on, but in the beginning it was just some rapper stuff. It was just like the 50 Cent blueprint, like just diss everybody and have fun with who replied back.
Mm-hmm.
Look, we like a different demographic from you. So like tell our folks like who Tone Trump is, like your business ventures, like what you've been through throughout the years, who you've been signed to, who you've been linked up with. Just give them the
Well, right now, what I would say is, like earlier when you said influencer, that's funny because that's like a newer term. So for somebody like me, like I guess I could be in that category, but like I'm just an all-around hustler. So philanthropist. I do a lot of work outside of the country. For the last few years, I've raised over $1 million in Africa for cataract surgeries. I've been doing work in Wajir, Kenya. I've been building water wells from the muscle on my own. You know what I'm saying? When I say raise millions of dollars, this is documented too. It's not just something I'm saying. Like as Muslims, we deal with proofs. So everything I say can be looked up. So it's a wide range of things. You know what I mean? From me delving into film, some people might know me from the movie Creed. I portrayed myself in, a $200 million grossing movie, Oscar nominated. So stepping in that field, I was one of the only Philly rappers to do a live stage play at the Gracie Theater. I did a stage play. So I just try to do everything. And then when you talk about deals, I signed my first deal, I want to say in 2010. I did a partnership with which at the time was called Koch E1, which was the biggest independent label at the time. So I did business with them. I did business with Coast to Coast. And in 2012, I signed with CTE Atlantic, which is Young Easy's label, through a partnership with Atlantic. Years later after that, I did a partnership with CeeLo Green and Warner for my own label. And I just always just been trapping and working. I probably got the best catalog of features out of anybody from Philadelphia, definitely from my era. Never paid for a feature, so every artist you ever seen me work with, it was love and respect. And I've worked with, like I said, CeeLo Green, Jeezy, Jim Jones, J Rock, Styles P, Akon, Birdman, Paul Wall. The list just goes. And in Philadelphia, I worked with everybody from Philadelphia. Dice Raw, Kevin Gates, Dice Raw, Beanie Siegel, Freeway, Young Chris, Cassidy, Noriega. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Of just different artists I worked with and got money with over careers and continue to get money with. Like I never claimed to be on none of those like best Philly rappers lists, but if they did like a Philly Forbes list, you know what I'm saying, or a Philly power player list, I think I definitely deserve to be on there for sure. So it's just a wide range of things. So, like I said, 1 month I could be working in Africa in Wajir in a remote third world country raising money for surgeries. Then the next month I could be on tour with Freeway. And we just did Atlanta. We just did where the Hawks play at 23,000. I'm out there with Beans, Free, the Gunners, and opening up for Cash Money. And then that following month I could be in Philly like doing my sock drive. Where I'm getting 100,000 pairs of brand new socks to give to the homeless. So I'm wide range. I'm just doing everything. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes me great. Because everybody, you gotta have your thing, like your superpower. And my superpower is my hustle and my brand and my marketability.
I want to ask you this, like, did you grow up like idolizing more so because you on the hustler shit? And you from around like 52nd to what, like 54th Street and shit?
So 154.
All right, so all of them is like, that's a hustler. If you go through that strip, it's all hustlers. Niggas trying to sell you everything. So did you grow up idolizing rappers or hustlers?
I idolize hustlers for sure. I idolize hustlers for sure. Like for me, like I was born, like before I moved to 54th Street, I was born on 49th and Hoops. And anybody watching this from my age group will know that 49th and Hoop Street was a legendary hustler block. I'm gonna tell you how legendary it was. When I was in elementary school at James Rose, they used to say over the loudspeakers to children not to walk through 49th and Hoops because the block was so active and so much going on. So for me growing up, I wasn't looking up to no rappers. I was, I remember when like an old head on my neighborhood, and people from there gonna notice, like when Paddles got the Burgundy Volvo 740, or like when Brock came through in the Benz, or Lil Mike had the Mickey T Jeep like on New Jack City. We was looking up to that, not Charles Barkley. You know what I mean? We was looking up to that, not the Roots, respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Because back then being a rapper in Philly wasn't even cool. Right? So we definitely was looking up, to the guys, because it wasn't like now. Like now, anybody called himself a drug dealer. When we was young, those guys was real businessmen, real bosses. You know what I'm saying? Like real entrepreneurs. It was a real lifestyle and real money. So we wasn't looking up to no necessarily like no corner boys. These was real young entrepreneurs. So I definitely gravitated toward the street guys for sure.
Who you gravitated toward, Mr. Marcus?
The porn stuff.
I used to go get him from his crib and shit. His mom used to
that
be
is
like,
nigga.
oh, you can't come to the projects. Yeah, his mom ain't used to let him come outside. I'm like, can Mark come out, man? Like, she's like, oh, it's Robert outside. Yeah, he can come outside.
Oh, y'all go back like that?
Yeah, let him. His mom let him come to the projects and shit. I used to make sure he had to get home. Mark, you gotta be in by 7, bro. Come on, hurry up.
Like
I'm outside all night, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about?
Shit.
I'm outside all night. You mean, shout out to 36th Street Project.
Shout out to 9. Shout out to 39th Street. He was there, man.
Definitely shout out to 39th Street.
Yeah. Sir.
That's a legendary area.
Well, hey Tone, now I want to go back before we get too far off the rap joint. How was it like making it in the DVD era?
The DVD era was amazing, man. Cause like back then, like that was like that was like being on TV. You know what I'm saying? So it was like being on some of them DVDs, literally. And then though I was hustling from 52nd Street, I was there for the anticipation of them waiting for, like, they was waiting for, like, headshot DVDs to come out. Like, it was, like, a major album. Even some of the mixtapes back in the day, like, when they was waiting for them Flamers joints or waiting for the New Touch Money joints, I was outside hustling back then. I was seeing the anticipation of fans getting off the L to come buy them joints when they came out. So that was a great era. And for me, it helped change my life because I got blackballed really from the Philly DVDs when I fell out with Mike Knox. So it forced me to go to New York, the New York DVDs. And by me doing the New York DVDs, it opened up a whole new world for me, which led to me being on World Star and a bunch of great things. So every time somebody tried to put an obstacle on my way, I'm a hustler. I would adapt and use it to my advantage. So for me, the DVD era was a gold mine. I wound up working hand in hand with Sub-Zero. I don't know if you know who that is, but me and Sub-Zero sold hundreds of thousands of DVDs all up and down the East Coast. So I made a great living. I bought houses off rap DVDs, mashallah. So I'm grateful for that era. I wasn't into like the Too Raw for the Streets era. I knew him. Big Star is from Norristown. So I was in Norristown hustling, and Big Star will tell you this. I was in Norristown getting money when he was recording on records. I wasn't even Tone Trump yet. So the DVD era I was in was more so like the Smack come up DVD, Sub-Zero DVD.
Headshots.
So look, I'm glad you said that because I said I got Tone Trump coming on here. And I know you rep 52nd Street or the top part of West Philly and shit. And they said that you from Norristown. So what you got to say about them that's saying you from Norristown?
They said that. This is what I say about it first. When they first used to say it, right? I used to always say the easiest way for me to nullify that would be to just either show my school records. I shot a million videos in my neighborhood. Nobody from my neighborhood never said I wasn't from my neighborhood.
Right.
So when people in the comments are saying, like, wouldn't the easiest thing be like whoever the tough guys are or the street guys from 52nd to 54th Street to get out there? And it's another thing. Fast forward to 2025, I'm the only rapper from Philadelphia that you're going to interview that can say they own property on the block they rap about. I own the corner of 54th Street. I own 41 North 54th Street, the house I grown up in. Let me say that again. I own the corner of my block. I'm building a community garden named after my grandma. I paid $40,000 for that corner. So before I even answer that frivolous question, so when somebody in the comments is like, let's just say I've been rapping now for 20 years representing this block. So let's just say I lived in Buffalo them first 20 years. You know, at what point do they just be like, all right, he from there? I never cared. I went to Salzburger Middle School, 6th to 8th grade. You know what Salzburger is?
I was supposed to go to
I
Salzburg.
ran the Yellow House. You know what I mean? Shout to Lil Sam. Shout to Lil Gary from 46th Street Projects. I went to James Rhodes in West Philly, right around the corner from 49th Street. I was in Miss Kaufman class. I was the biggest in elementary, middle school, and high school. I went to West Philly High till 10th grade. I got kicked out. For 11th grade, my mom sent me to Norristown to go live with my grandmama out there. I went there for 11th and the beginning of 12th, and I got kicked out of there too. And then I went to Job Corps. So you do the
I
math.
remember Job
You know what I'm
Corps.
saying?
Job
So
Corps, yeah.
I was court appointed to Job Corps for the end of 12th grade. I went to Charleston, West Virginia, and got kicked out of there.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So, and another reason why I never used to answer that question when I was coming up is because I was scared they would stop talking about me. So that was one of the things that was just always in the air, and it never bothered me.
Yeah.
And then even if they want to say it now, they be like, you ain't from. Then that's what that say about them, that they let me do what I've been doing the last 20 years. Make the most money, get the baddest women, take the most trips, most passport stamps, buying the most property, talking the most shit for 20 summers in a row. So that make them look crazy. Like some nigga that's not for you. Y'all just letting some Norristown nigga just do this, get on the DVDs, been all over the radio, sign record deals. All them niggas would have signed to Jeezy. I did it. You know what I'm saying? Being 60 on the events. You heard what I just said? Being 60 on the events. The dude that can't rap, the dude that's from Norristown, all of that. So they look crazy if all that's true. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no bullshit.
How did
And I put my community work next to forget rapper, any activist, any politician. You go to Family Forward Shelter in West Philly on 49th Street. Ask him what rapper do the most.
I always see pop up on my timeline doing that joint.
Go down Kensington. Ask him what rapper they see. Right now, they made it where you only can serve from 11 at night to 6 in the morning. I'm down there feeding them people. I'm down there with Savage Sisters Recovery, helping them people out. I'm calling Soldiers Recovery saying, yo, I'm about to cash up you a couple hundred. Go feed them people when I'm out the city. So I laugh at stuff like that. I'm the biggest, I'm the flyest, I'm the strongest. And I eventually could run for city council down there and I will win. So it's like all of that talk is frivolous. And I'm bigger than anybody that ever said that or thought that. For sure. I could hire a signer. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a fact.
Where do that come from, though? Where do that come from, like, giving back to your community? To that capacity, though. Like, you not just doing it on camera. You really care.
Well,
so where do that come from?
Well, it's to start with my faith. You know what I'm saying? So in a pursuit to chase good deeds, the first half of my life and the first half of my career, for me, you know, being a tyrant in school, to selling drugs, to being a womanizer, to being, you know, not a good son, not a good brother, not a good friend, and then, you know, changing my life around. And, you know, Islam being a leading force of that, I just wanted to put it's almost like a game. If I had a bad first half, this second half, I got to get busy.
Facts.
So now for me, it's like, you know, it ain't about what you got, it's about what you give back. And I get a real joy from that. You know, I learned so much to how to be grateful. You know, the first time I went to Africa, I realized how spoiled I was, and seeing them kids, you know, one of the first things I noticed, I had some Yeezys on, right? And the ground was so hot, bro. It was like burning the bottom of my sleeks. And I'm like complaining. And I looked over and these little African babies was barefooted on that same ground, smiling and happy. And I'm over here like a grown man. Oh, man, it's so hot. And I'm like, damn, man, may Allah forgive me for complaining. So I've been blessed to go to third world countries. I have a different level of appreciation. Like this plate right here, I won't throw away one morsel of rice. I'll take it home and save it before I throw it away. Because I've seen people who would literally walk hours away just to get this plate right here. You know what I'm saying? I've seen people who walk from hours away just to get nutrients and get food. So for me, it's like I just got a different level of appreciation and gratefulness. And in my faith, Allah, you know, the prophet says, peace be upon him, say, if you're grateful, I'll give you more. So I'm just beyond grateful.
No, that's what's up.
They don't talk like this on your podcast. But
No, they don't. They don't.
The food,
But
better,
no,
the food better. The conversation is high level.
I love that type of shit.
Shining.
Damn, man, I should have been a rapper today.
This to keep it 1000 edition.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that was on here, but Big Dano, what's up? West Philly, we upgrading the whole situation.
No, I like that you're showing your appreciation. I just hate that it takes for us to go through some to appreciate things, but that's usually what it takes, though, bro.
Like I said, Philadelphia, man, listen, you can't name any artist you name in Philly we all heard something that we don't even got to say it out loud, but if you say a name, we all, like how you said, they'll say, I ain't from wherever. Then you say another name, we all know something they say about. So it's always something. So for me, it's like, ain't nobody never say I was no, LGBT. Ain't nobody never say I was no snitch. I could handle all that other little stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, like
Who
all that
really
other
cares?
stuff. It's like,
Niggas got way
Plus he can
pop
come
shit
back.
on
at
it.
least they talking. I'm one of the only rappers in Philly that been on TMZ multiple times. Never had a publicist. Never had a manager. Who tours more than me? I leave again August 9th. I'm in Canada on my own, headlining.
Nova
You know what I'm
Scotia.
saying? This does not stop. The real Nova
No, I'm about to say the real Nova
The
Scotia.
real Nova Scotia.
For real.
You know what I mean?
Real Dawson's Creek.
The real one. You can Google it. Like, I just did Calgary, Quebec. I did Vancouver. I've been going to Vancouver since 17. This is not no makeup stuff. I've been to Africa multiple times. I'm a send Dan this stuff. I want y'all to B-roll me because they all talk it. We deal with proofs. When I say I've been to Africa, then bing, show me at the water well. Right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want that up there. You know what I'm saying? So, this is reality. It ain't just popping it because we all get on here and pop it. But the difference is when it's true, it felt different.
Hey, let me ask you this, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
What's like the biggest loss you experienced like in your life, and how did you overcome it?
The biggest loss. I'm still fighting it, but my little brother got convicted of a murder. He didn't commit not a few years ago, but he been down now about 12 years. So fighting to get him out of there, is an expensive fight, it's a draining fight, but it's worth it. You know what I mean? But that's the biggest loss because a lot of things I'm doing now, we dreamed this together. So he's supposed to be here with me, when I'm touring and when I'm getting these passport stamps and when we out having dinner with, I'm partying with CeeLo and Serena Williams and stuff like that. Little bro's supposed to be right there with me, and he not. Even though he in jail, my little brother, he could do everything but drive in there. He up there, he bossed up in that joint, but we want him bossed up out here. So free Abdul Hakim. So that would probably be my biggest loss, losing my brother and my other brothers too, because I got a lot of family that's incarcerated, and obviously losing people. We as a Muslim, I believe in the cut of a law, so we don't question God. But yeah, that's probably my biggest loss.
What's like the biggest misconception of you?
The biggest misconception of me is probably that I'm arrogant, that I'm cocky, because the character I built and the business I built, the Tone Trump, is an arrogant, cocky, high yellow, diamond wearing, girls, baby mama stealing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Big player.
But Abdul Salam and Tony Bryce is a praying, striving Muslim who loves his family, loves his queen, loves his kids, I love my home. I'm so excited about where I live at. I love my plants. I love my neighbors. You know what I'm saying? I live somewhere where it's very clean, very safe, very luxurious, and I'm so grateful to Allah. So I think I just said I'm humble, and I just popped all this shit.
No, but that's like being grateful.
I was being
And you
grateful.
said a lot of little things though. Like niggas don't
I
dig
just
it.
love my home. I love, like my wife makes the best handmade candles, so that ambiance in my house, and you look at me like you look at the other rappers from my era. They all going bald. My locks getting longer. My skin glowing. The sea moss is working. The honey, the ginger, the gorilla. You know what I mean? Everything is working. So I'm in a great space. I look like I can hang with y'all.
I don't got no fucking hair, man. That shit off.
He just dissed the shit out you, Mark. He just dissed shit.
I ain't a rapper though.
We ain't here eating that good Mediterranean food.
The script.
This ain't no McDonald's, man. We ain't
This shit off the land. I ain't gonna lie. Nobody ain't never give us none of
my
this.
brother onto the hummus,
my shit ain't make it.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
didn't have a chance.
He body his food.
Yeah, and I had hummus for the first time today. Shout out to Tone Trump. I would have never tried to eat this shit.
We gotta step it up, man.
Yeah, we gotta eat Broad Horizons.
We gotta step it up, man.
Yes, sir.
This shit off the fucking motherland. You hear me?
But one of the best things about traveling is experiencing different cultures and eating different foods. That's why it's like we gotta start. We talk about so much BS on some of these podcasts. Like, let's really pop it. Like let's start showing our passports. Like, where you been at?
That's what
like where has your hustle taken you? Like, one of my sayings is global, never local.
Fact.
This Tone Trump brand that I started on 54th Street between Market and Arch has took me to Kenya, Ghana, Ireland, everywhere in Canada. And when you talk about America, I've done shows everywhere you can name, places, people from Philadelphia. I've done more shows in Martinsburg, West Virginia than some Philly artists have done in Philly.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I've done more shows in La Crosse, Wisconsin. I've made more money in La Crosse, Wisconsin than some rappers have made in the last year everywhere.
Mm.
So, let's start talking
If we
facts.
really
You know what
gonna
I'm
talk
saying?
real life
Let's
shit,
talk real
let's really
facts. And
pop it.
everything I'm saying can be proven and documented.
Uh-huh.
Coast to Coast Mixtapes.com. Look them up. That was the most downloadable site for many, many years. I'm the first artist they partnered with to get money.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I came into this game. I was in the Philadelphia Daily News in 2007. It's 2025. I'm still getting money with Jim Jones. I'm still getting money with CeeLo Green. You know what I'm saying? So it's like good relationships, great credit. I did it without Cosmic Kev. I did it without being friends with Gilly. You know what I'm saying? I did it without kissing nobody's ass and faking like I like people. I never hung in the back cave. I took an unconventional route. I really prayed and worked. I ain't make excuses. I made Salat. I went against the biggest and the toughest guys in the city. Some of them at their prime, and I stood tall. I went against some of the biggest and toughest guys in other cities, and I stood tall and really went out there. Really was getting in my car, driving 18 hours to La Crosse, Wisconsin to do shows. I got in at City Line Avenue, 22 hours to Minnesota, riding dirty. Car full of convicted felons, chasing my dream. You know what I'm saying? So, and it paid off. Think about it. Ask yourself this. I was in Creed playing Tone Trump. How did that, just real quick, hating ass city, how does that happen? Like, how does he get to play himself? That means the writer wrote in Tone Trump. I didn't play T Money. I didn't play Lil Cooley. I played that awning at the Electric Factory said Tone Trump.
Right.
Michael B. Jordan. This generation's Denzel Washington. My first scene. You know what I'm saying? My first scene.
Good shit.
Like, I can pop it differently. That movie made 200 million. Me portraying myself. That's a 200 million worth of people that saw my name on that awning.
And they could have picked anybody, but they picked you.
Anybody. I'm from Philadelphia. They had Black Thought. They had Meek. They had Bean. They had Free. They could have picked anybody. But Ryan Coogler, the same person who made Black Panther, the same person who made Sinners, the same person who made, what's his other big one? Fruitville Station. He got a bunch of big ones. He did, he did Black Panther. He wrote me in the film because he was a fan of Tone Trump. And you know how he hurted me? Because when Cosmic Kev was blackballing me, it forced me to get on that road. So I was doing shows in Oakland while they was stuck on South Street, bumping into each other. I was out in the Bay doing songs with Mr. Fab. I was out in LA doing songs with Warren G from Regulators. You feel what I'm saying? Back when I was, little Tone Trump from 54th Street doing the DVDs, I was taking chances. Going to LA with just $200 in my pocket, figuring it out. And I figured it out, bro.
The blackball, that helped you.
The blackball was one of the biggest blessings because it forced I didn't get a chance to beat. A lot of them get caught up and get high and drunk off being a local Philly celebrity. I didn't get a chance to bask in that because they wasn't messing with me. So it forced my aunt to go get it rocking everywhere else. And that's why I became global, never local. World Star Tony, touring all over the world.
World Star Tony.
You still running it up off the Creed shit?
Absolutely. I get paid for the rest of my life off of that because I did a branding deal as well. Because when you see my name on that awning right there, when you see my tattoos, I own my trademark. Many years ago, I was in a video game called Def Jam Vendetta, and I didn't have my business in order, so I wasn't able to.
You in Def Jam Vendetta?
Yeah, I was.
So that shit was out when we was young boys.
Yeah, right. So I wasn't able to receive my proper residuals. So fast forward up to 2015 when I do Creed, in order to clear my tattoos, that goes to me. Wallahi, I get a check from Creed monthly. You know what I mean? For the rest of my life, my grandkids gonna eat off of Creed.
That's what's up.
So I'm grateful. Shout out to Ryan Coogler, shout out to Michael B, Tessa, and God willing, I'll be in that next Creed trying to get my lick back.
No, that's love.
You know what I'm saying?
How do you seem like you value relationships over money?
I do.
So how do you and how do you put yourself in these situations, and what gave you those values like relationship over money?
Well, one thing people gotta understand is if you can't get no money on your own, ain't nobody gonna think they can get money with you. And I always got money. I always hustled. I always got money. I come from Westfield. I come from 49th and Hoops. I come from 54th Street, 52nd Street. I'm talking about 52nd and Market back when Bilal ran the stands. I'm talking about when Seth ran the stands. When Seth had 3D fashion, I learned from them. I was in fifth grade watching Brock and them. You know what I'm saying? So the hustlers I grew up under, the hustlers that I grew up under, you hear people rap about these OGs. I really was in the car with them. I really knew him, I'm really related to him. Like Jay Foster, my real cousin. You know what I mean? Clarence, his step-pop that's my mom, brother. So a lot of the movers and shakers, like when you talk about Seth being on 52nd Street, Seth, I would never say he was a father figure to me, but close as it could get to that. But he watched me come up, you know what I'm saying? You see me with Mesquine on, Edmund, and they my real big brothers. So I learned from the hustler of the hustlers, you know what I'm saying? So I have an appreciation for it. So when I garner a relationship, I'm grateful, I'm appreciative, and I'm beneficial. They're not just around me because I'm funny or I'm cool. I
Right.
run that bag up. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
When Freeway see my name on his caller ID, he knows it's usually about some paper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He don't think I'm calling to ask him for nothing. So when you bring that value, it's undeniable, and I bring that value.
I be telling motherfuckers, if you can't be used, you useless.
That's right.
Mhm.
And my thing
Everybody
is,
can
use
use.
me, don't misuse me.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Use me, but don't misuse me. I'm definitely a plug. There's a lot of new artists in Philly I want to help, and I got different resources. I don't mind them using me, but don't misuse. You know what I'm saying?
Don't overuse it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Don't make me look crazy, because I ain't gonna make myself look crazy. So don't make me look crazy.
Right. If I use my name, you gotta carry that shit.
Absolutely.
Got to.
But it's 2025. I want to ask you this. Like, it's 2025, so let's compare you to whatever prime in your career, like rap-wise. You think you better now, like 2025, than you was in your prime,
My prime,
like rap-wise?
when I made my record, this the record that changed my life, bro. I went to this nigga crib in Jersey. This little stupid nigga, right? Get shoved in here. Little nigga Kill Keem wound up. Free Kill Keem. Kill Keem had to punch on this little. Nah, that's the old me. Nah, we get together, Dan. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Astaghfirullah. No, but it was this little weirdo nigga. I did this record in his crib called Afghan. And I put Afghan out like any other record, but it was something different. This record just took fire. Funk Flex started dropping bombs on Hot 97. Like, the record of K Slay's going crazy. And then one day I get a call from this guy named Cardman 15, who was Jeezy manager and the president of CTE. He said, yo, send me Afghan with a verse open. Jeezy gonna get on it. At the time, I'm living on Spring Garden in a loft. I'm living in 640 Lofts. Let the record show, too, I wasn't some starving artist. I was living downtown Loft, 2011. I'm already living in them buildings, them new buildings, the ones you niggas just ride by for the last year. I was living in one of them.
Pop your shit.
The ones y'all take Instagram.
Be humble though.
Yeah,
I'm humble now, but the ones y'all took Instagram pictures in front of, you've never been inside. Yeah, I was living in there for 2 years. But he told me, send me the song, and that next day, bro, I get an email, and Young Jeezy's on my record.
Dang.
And the rest is history. I run up $250,000 in 18 months. Off the features, off the hustle, off the shows. Then I go on TM 103 with tour with Jeezy. Then I signed with Snow. But long story short, just running that bag up and just changing the game, and it was a game changer for me, and I'm still going from that moment. You know, everything I'm doing now, from Africa to sitting here with y'all, is all launched from them moments and from them records. So I would say that musically, I'm way better now. As a man, I'm way better now. But I can't deny the greatness of that time. I'll never forget, you know, my first 6-figure check. I had never had a bank account before. You know what I mean? And I started there. You know what I'm saying? So I was grateful, and multiple tours that year. So that prime was a different time, because now I have ways to make the same amount of money. But I won't lie, when I first got around Jeezy, it was the easiest and the fastest money I ever made, bro. Like, I was doing 50K weekends a lot of times. You know what I mean? Just from manipulating. Like, I would go to a town and, you know, I'm getting 5,000 a feature, and I'm doing, you know, 7 features. I was going to certain towns, and there would be a line outside the hotel room where they coming in next. I'm just knocking out 12-bar verses, and I couldn't even rap yet. I was just popping. You know what I'm saying? Now I feel like I figured the music thing out. I feel like I make better music than 90% of the people out there. I'm not saying I'm a better rapper. Like, they can bar the, as far as like putting together a song, putting together a record. Like, that's why I have the catalog I got. And that's why I outstream most of these guys that y'all say is so incredible. And I hear y'all all the time, Philly, the home of the spitters, bunch of just rapping ass broke niggas. But, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's just how I feel. But right now I feel like I rap way better, but I can't front on that fast money. It's nothing like being like the guy, you know what I mean? Like, and you never get that back again, because that's a young man's game. So I'm not chasing that no more. I just figured out other ways to get that same $250,000. I just got to, you know what I mean, from branding to partnerships to this to that to starting new businesses, you know what I'm saying? Invest in different things like that.
What you think about them saying, like, you said young man's game. What you think about them saying rap is a young man's game? Because we can go to the Chili Hot Peppers or whatever, all these rock and roll groups. They can go on tour to their 70, whatever the fuck.
I think the responsibility is on the artist, though, because, like, I'll give you a perfect example. You know who AZ is. AZ is an OG that's still fly, still rap good. So I don't feel like we're going to push him out. But there's some OGs who they need to be pushed out, bro. They look crazy. You know what I'm saying? Some of them OGs, like, they look crazy. They look sick. Like, they still wearing them big ass clothes. Like, some of them need to chill. It need to be something else for them. But like, if you able to keep it going, I don't feel like you should. Like, we like it's some older guy like Hove. I still want to hear a Hove album.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. He's an anomaly. We can't mention him.
Yeah, he is. But
You mean let's all right.
Jadakiss just turned 50. I don't think I want to stop hearing
He
shit
like
in 5
he
years.
different too though.
Yeah. Take everybody off my list. I mean,
he different too though, bro. Like niggas just raised on that shit. Fab never get old.
Right. So he's not giving me nobody. I got a whole list. I can't use them.
Fab never get old.
But that whole generation, you know what I mean?
Think about it.
Freeway is
all right, Freeway is a great example because you know it's Philly, so they'll say like you gotta hang that shit up, old head. What the fuck is you still doing this?
Free can still jump on anything and drop a crazy verse.
He just dropped a record with DJ Active, Glamorous Life. He did Cool Season.
Oh yeah, I saw that
It
joint.
sounds incredible.
Shit hot.
It sounds incredible. It make me want to get money. So you can't tell me he can't do it, no matter. And I'm biased to him. That's my brother, but still, that's a perfect example. You know what I'm saying?
Perfect.
Young Chris is
he a nigga that never get old.
He never get old too. He can jump on anything and go.
He a nigga that never get old.
Right now, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
And he embraced the youth.
Right.
And he can still spit with the spitters.
With anybody. With anybody.
What's like your worst purchase you ever had?
My worst purchase?
Like you regret?
Years ago, it was a situation where I was dating this girl, and her mom had passed away, and I tried to be, you know, Captain Save One, and I tried to save the crib. Like the crib, there was a bunch of stuff going on with the house. It was a house in North Wales. And I had put some bread in and saved it without doing my due diligence. And the house had mad taxes on it. So I basically just threw away a bunch of money. And at the time, I had a bunch of money. This was around the time I first got signed. So I didn't think about it. But you know when you think about your bad purchases when you go broke? You know, I remember the first day I cashed my check, bro. I spent $12,000 in one day. I was just all dumb stuff. And it's like, you look back, you be like, especially when you broke, you be like, damn, if I had that $12K.
I would do it so much.
You ain't even thinking about the whole check. I was just thinking
$12,000.
I was like, right now, if I had that $12K, I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? So I made a lot of bad purchases, unfortunately, but I think that's part of learning and growing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's just, I think any jewelry purchase is pretty much bad unless you're buying like a gold Cuban or something like that. Any other jewelry purchase or a plain Jane watch,
or Rolex, yeah,
that can be an investment. And even that's dicey because people try to make that sound good. Like, oh, just get a plain Jane. Man, you'd be surprised. You take that plain Jane, most of them places you getting knocked off.
Yeah,
like they not
$2,500,
They
$3,000.
gonna do you dirty. So
Pay $15,000.
I feel like any jewelry purchase, which looks hypocritical, but it's part of the costume and part of the character. But I think any jewelry purchase is bad. Any designer clothes purchase is bad. The stuff plays out too fast. So all of that stuff, anything that's a liability and not an asset, is just a bad purchase. So
Facts.
yeah.
So what advice you got to a rapper right now? He got 200,000.
200,000.
You was advisor.
It's so easy. People always say stuff like get properties, but it's not that simple.
Right.
I would just try to invest, and I would try to be cutting edge and try to find something to invest in at a smaller level. So I would look at different tech companies. I would be trying to figure out what's that next Instagram or what's the next like ring cam, you know, like the ring cam bell or some type of technology. I would look into something like that, and I would invest into like young entrepreneurs. Like I feel like you look at Philadelphia, it's somebody right now that's selling sneaks out their crib or selling dinners out their house that if you could take them a little 15, 20,000, you might could turn them into the next Saul.
Right.
You might could turn them into the next Wallow or the next Kai Cenat. You just never know. Like investing into your people, investing into that talent. It's somebody right now on Area Avenue that got it, that just need a shot. It's somebody right now on, you know, on Reno Street down the bottom that got it. They just need a shot. So I would say, you know, invest into the culture, and you'd be surprised. You know, Nas took a chance on that ring cam, and then Amazon buys it for $1 billion. We all know about 50 with the vitamin water years ago. So sometimes it's about, I just got some shares into a chocolate company in Canada. I did a deal like that where right now I got 15 shares. I don't even all the way knows what that means. But, you know, God willing, eventually that could end up being something that can, you know,
$15 million.
Right, can change my grandkids' life. You know, God willing, inshallah. So yeah, I would just say be smart and wise about your investments and hold tight to that 200. You know what I'm saying? Hold tight to it.
Yeah. When you a hustler, you just know I'm stacking this shit up. And when you really invest your own money, when you really used to grabbing this and that and da-da-da, you know what's going on. Yeah, I'm stacking that shit up. Because a rainy day can happen anytime. So
yo, bro, it's so easy to say, but it ain't nothing like when you get that bag. Because for one, God worked in mysterious ways. It was like as soon as I got money, it was like stuff was just happening when you needed money for it. It ain't like, you know how when you broke, sometimes it's like it ain't a lot going on. So it's just the second you get money, bro, your mom calling you talking about the roof. You know what I'm saying?
I think
Just
that's
something.
on purpose though. Like motherfucker, that you told people you had money coming in though.
Not only that, but like for me, like and like most artists, when you get that check, people think you got more than you got.
Mm-hmm.
You like my family was hearing stuff like he got a $1.3 million deal. They don't know the totality of the deal.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how much money I don't have access to, or that's for the budget. You know what I mean? So
Budget
they just
album.
hear 1.3 million. It's like, yo, I'm over here with like a 90 ball trying to make it
Right,
look
right,
good. You
right,
know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
And I got a lot going on, kids.
Probably got a $90,000 check.
Right,
I mean,
right,
the
right.
bills you gotta pay,
Right,
like
we get
that's
real.
going already. Like,
And then once you up your cost of living, like one of the biggest, that's
Yup.
another bad purchase. When I moved into the loft, it was stupid because I was on the road so much. So I'm paying
You ain't even
$3,000 a month and I'm never there.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So that was just stupid. And that was just the status thing because I wanted to say it. I
should
wanted
have
to
booked the storage unit and got a
Right,
hotel and just called it.
right. So,
Called it a day.
but you live and you learn, you
You know
know
what I mean? And we'll never do it again.
never again. And with that 200, I would definitely, tell them to learn the Airbnb game. Getting somewhere nice, getting you somewhere in the cut, and just letting that make money for you forever. But learn it first. Don't just jump into it because it's tricky. Turo too. You know what I mean? It's a lot of money in that stuff. You smart, start small. You know.
They fucking shut though, man. I done got kicked off there because I done cursed everybody out.
Yeah.
I had the lid on everybody.
Oh, everybody.
Cause y'all tearing my shit up.
Yeah,
Y'all tearing my shit up.
You had. Oh, yeah.
Bro, they tearing my shit up. If I ever did it again, I would put bullshit cars on
Like
it.
a Corolla or something.
Just something that an older woman would want to rent. Nothing that no YNs want to rent. You feel me? Because
Right,
they gonna
'cause
tear it up.
burn it
They gonna tear it
Or
up.
they might steal it.
They're gonna burn.
I'm not being real. I'm just
No, because they get chicks to rent it for them and shit like that, bro.
Don't call them YNs in front of me though. I'm anti that word,
You
man.
don't like that word?
The young brothers. The young
Yeah,
brothers,
we gotta
man.
be careful what we call them because, you believe when you call something, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like giving a nigga a nickname and then they try to live up to it.
Yeah.
Like that coward academics. Remember when he was doing like this stuff on Chicago?
Yeah.
He was calling these kids these different names, and these kids was having them because one, you're gonna get challenged for that. Like I didn't have multiple movements in my career. When I was out there pushing out BS and talking all that gangster stuff, I was running into gangster stuff on that road. And now when I'm out here on the road, bro, I'm running into love. I'm running into positivity. Like what you give out, the energy and the earth gonna give it back to you. I done been through some things on that road, bro. And now I'm saying that don't mean nothing that can't happen now, but it is less likely when you're giving up good positive energy. You know what I'm saying?
Right, for sure.
It is what it is. If you doing drill records and all of that, you're gonna run into drillers.
Facts.
You're gonna run into niggas that's gonna want to see if you about that life and about that. And I used to run into those things, and we had great nights and we had bad nights. You know what I mean? So it's like now we don't deal with none of that.
You think rap is like one of the most dangerous jobs because of that type of shit? You feel like you got to live up to a certain image and be a tough guy?
I think it's disrespectful to say that when stuff like what's going on in Palestine is going on. You know what I mean? When I hear rappers say being a rapper is tough to do. If it's that tough, don't rap.
Right.
Because we got little kids that's that's got bombs scrapple in their face. You know what I mean? We got women that's getting their arms blown off, and you talking about being a rapper is the most dangerous job. No, I think working in a coal mine. I think I think being a sanitation worker in Kensington. You know what I mean? There's a lot more things, a lot more suffer than being a rapper. It's somebody that tomorrow morning got to fix toilets all day. It's somebody tomorrow morning that's slinging trash all day. So I don't buy into that. Is it dangerous? Yes, but I feel like in our culture we make a lot of things dangerous. You know what I mean? When you living in this street culture and this hip hop culture, everything becomes. It's dangerous being a chef in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It's dangerous being a security guard.
It's dangerous doing this in hip hop.
Dangerous on the podcast.
Back in your day, like I heard that bloggers was getting punched on and shit like that.
They were.
So why I want to know, like, why are rappers like so in their feelings to where, like, let's say a rapper come on here and diss you and they'll take it out on the bloggers.
I think a lot of times it depends on how y'all reacting to it.
I'm gonna laugh. I don't care.
Yeah.
So niggas can take it however they want. I'm gonna laugh.
But it goes back to standing what you do. Like if you gonna do that and then it's whatever, cool. But for me, it's nothing that would upset me in a way.
Like I'm not gonna provoke it. Like Donald Trump. I'm not gonna do that. But I can laugh, bro.
Right. Because sometimes I can laugh. Like,
Right.
There's been times when people say, I'm like, "Damn, he got me." But say, and I'm undefeated in them Jones, by the way, too. I've never had any of them things and never lost. I'm the Floyd Mayweather, the little rat BS. But what I will say is, I don't never get mad at no interviewers and no podcasts. I don't think that's fair. I think y'all y'all in a super sensitive generation, a super emotional generation. And I hate to say it, but a lot of pills, a lot of like drugs, a lot of young men raised without no men in their life. So y'all dealing with a different level of like.
No, I think you're being
testosterone.
biased right now.
I'm being
Cause
honest.
no, because I've heard this from Dan, and that comes from his era. They done try to punch on bloggers and shit from interviewing
No,
people.
Dan,
So you done been through it too, bro. Like you seen this stuff.
no, but see, back then it was more standing on business. It was more gangster stuff. These kids are like whining and complaining.
No, they'll
Like,
ice you.
yeah.
They'll ice you.
Right,
Like
right.
don't even say that. Don't act like they won't
No, I
ice
was,
you.
you talk about the street kids. We was talking about rappers being upset about podcasts. That's a little
That's a
different.
they the ones rapping though,
Oh,
bro.
you talking about like the drill type kids?
They the
Oh yeah,
ones
yeah. Well, I don't
rapping.
see them doing a lot of interviews, so I didn't think they was kind of like into that lane.
I've gotten
But
DMs
yeah,
and
you
stuff.
right. Yeah, you
I
right.
get DMs.
They definitely taking it personal. That little area.
Yeah,
They not playing about it.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
What's your definition of being a man?
It's a good one. Well, one thing I'm gonna start with is I think sacrifice. I think being very unselfish is being a man. I think, of course, the 3 Ps, pray, provide, and protect. But I feel like sacrifice is the biggest thing because it's like no matter what I got going on, like I think the biggest sign of my manhood is my fatherhood. And when it comes to my children, no matter what, I gotta do it. You know what I mean? If my son want breakfast and I'm tired, I gotta get up. They want to go outside, I gotta do it. They want something. It might be expensive, but I gotta get it. So that sacrifice and that just loving something so much more than just anything else and more than yourself, it's a level of sacrifice that nothing else can compare to. So I just feel like being a man is just the word sacrifice and just just to pray, to provide, to protect, just to really lead and to guide and do it with love. Not off no fear. I don't want my children or my lady to be scared when they hear my voice. I want them to feel that strength through love. So I just feel like love and just sacrifice is the main thing in being a man. Like it's just without question. It's like, you want your lady to see a man. Even my children too. I want my children to know, your dad is a man. That's very important to me. So yeah, I feel like that sacrifice is vital in that. Because I sacrifice anything for mine. Everything y'all see me do, man, any accomplishment, it means so much to see my mother smile, to see my woman smile, and to be able to spoil my kids, for my kids to never have to go through some of the things I went through. I don't have to tell my kids no for much, and that's a blessing that I don't take for granted because that's hard. That sometimes when kids make bad choices because I remember the first time my mom couldn't give me a certain pair of sneaks, I started to try to figure out how I could get them. And I don't want my sons to ever feel that. And that don't mean they got to get everything because you don't want that to backfire either. But I don't got to ever tell my son, well, maybe next week or no, we going to go get it. Inshallah. So, yeah, that's what being a man is to me.
How you get so close with Kevin Gates?
If you look on my page, one of the things you'll see, he said when we were together, we was in Malibu on that. We was on the water eating at Maestro's. That was a $4,000 dinner. Gates put me on the gold caviar that night. I got to splash that in there, mashallah. That's my little brother. But he was watching what I was doing like a lot of other artists was. Most of the artists I meet saw me on them DVDs and saw me on the internet. And bro was inspired by some things. He said I was the reason he grew a beard. And I was the reason he was wearing a red Philly hat and stuff like that. And I'm honored. And, and fast forward to years later, I was going through some mental health stuff and he opened his door to me, come stay at the mansion. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's my brother. That's deeper than rap. So, religiously we connected through the streets. We connected through our occupation. We connected and, Allah is the best of all planners. So God brought us together. That's my brother.
I want like the pros and cons of the internet.
The pros and cons of the internet. I think the pros is obviously the way you can really turn nothing into something. I went on there the other day. I had a body spray that I literally created. Like, let's just say 4 p.m. Me and my queen come up with this body spray called Subba. I make one video, and in 2 hours, I sold 63 bottles. That's just a blessing. You know what I mean? Do the math. 63 times 20. You know what I'm saying? So, like, and that quick, we pay bills. We ate
On the
good.
bed.
Yeah, right from that. So it's like to be able to do that, mashallah, is a blessing. So the pros is obviously the finances, the reach. I've been booked out of the country off a DM, you know what I mean? So it's watching a DM turn into, $15,000. It's doable. Watching a DM turn into a lifelong relationship. Watching a DM, you get your girlfriend off a DM. So many things. So that's the pros of it. But the cons is obviously the hate. and the dangers of it. You know, people watching, trying to see locations, see where you at. You know, you become a target. Your children become targets. So the cons is just the negativity, the evil eye. You know what I mean? The jealousy. So it's like you gotta be careful with that. And I pray all that off of me and mine every day.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Look, we see I want you to talk about, I don't know if we touched on this, like just taking care of yourself. Like we eating off the land and shit. I be seeing all these rappers passing out and shit on stage and all that. You've been on tour and shit like that. Like what advice you got for these guys that go on tour?
It's a hadith, you take care of your health while you healthy, appreciating your youth while you're young. So for me, I seen what Freeway went through with kidney failure. And then there was another artist from Philly that had some kidney failure. They were all like around, my age group. And for me, it was a wake up call. So what I did was I got with Hakeem Hawkins from Black and Novell, which is right around the corner on 4th and South. It's a wellness store. And I just started my journey. During the pandemic, I started with the sea moss and the turmeric, and I kept going. And that was just a deadly part of my life. Like, I do honey with ginger. I do black seed. I'm growing my own stuff now, right? I'm growing oregano. I'm growing rosemary. I'm going to send Dan the B-roll so Dan can show me in my garden. But I'm growing my own stuff now, organic tomatoes, organic strawberries. I'm growing asparagus. This is all on my deck. You know what I mean? Mashallah. So I feel like, the thing is, I don't care how much money you got. If you sick, bro, it ain't going to matter. So you got to take care of your health. You know what I mean? You got these guys now, they 24 years old, can't get hard. You're going bald. There's all types of stuff going on.
Mr.
So,
Marcus, he dissed you 2 times.
That's 2.
He went, but he only 33. He went bald in 06, nigga.
I was thinking he was like bald by choice. Like, remember how Jada, all them years, Jada can grow hair?
Nigga, he Lil Bill. The show about him, Lil Bill.
That's genetic, though.
Look, we gonna get the podcast popping. We gonna send bro to Columbia.
Yeah. We gonna get the shit right. We gonna get the new Joe.
We gonna see you.
Get the LeBron.
Bro gonna have braids on the next year.
That nigga got a wig on.
To the fucking move.
We gonna send bro to Columbia, man.
That's genetics. At least I embrace my body, though. I ain't no nut, man.
Look, what you got out right now?
Right now, I got an album out called Still Striving. Entirely produced by Ali the Greatest. This project I worked on, I had went through some mental health things in like 2023, got offline. I already had this project done. So this project, putting it out was like therapy for me. You know what I mean? It was a great thing. And this was real personal. I got Jay Stone on this album. Anybody know Jay Stone? That's from Nipsey Camp. I got CeeLo Green, 5-time Grammy winner CeeLo Green on the album. And it's a dope album. And I'm right back at him. I got a project coming out called Get Your Hand Out of My Pocket. That's incredible that I'm about to drop now. So I'm constantly working, man. I'm constantly working.
Well, I just want to know.
Let me say this too before I forget this. I just started a film company called Big 5 Pictures with CEO Nafis, and we got a movie coming out of Philadelphia that's going to be a game changer. We're going to introduce so many new stars. If you watching this right now or you still got time, get with me. This is, everybody say nobody don't show Philly no love. I'm taking this film. I'm going to use this film to launch the careers of multiple different Philadelphia creators. And I'm giving you the opportunity right now. This ain't no politics. This is for the underdogs. This is for, if you watching this and you got 800 followers, get with me. And you great. I ain't just talking about anybody. If you watching this and they sleeping on you, if you watching this and you can't get on Cosmic Kev and the rappers is popping, don't at you back. Get with me now, because if you got the talent and the skill, we going to showcase it and we going to grow together and blow together, pause. But we going to make it happen. So get with me now. Big 5 Pictures is the future and present of Philadelphia films. I don't care who's making films here. We about to take that over and get money with everybody. But we going to take it to another level. You about to see like real movies being shot, produced, created, and put out right here from Philadelphia with Big 5 Pictures. It's going to be big.
After all these years you've been rapping, like what keep you going, bro?
For one, I mean, look at me. I'm extremely attractive. Very well spoken, very well connected.
No Diddy.
No Diddy on that one?
Nigga, you just told me to look at you. To the camera, Warren. Let me start pushing.
You a vessel to the But I'm just totally motivated, man. Like, I'm better than I ever been. I look like I'm getting younger. I'm healthier. I'm eating good. You know what I mean? I'm making love every night to my woman. I'm trying to make a baby right now. You know what I mean? Like my cells are jumping. You know what I mean? Like My hair is growing, my skin is glowing, life is great. So I'm just gonna keep going. I'm smarter now, I'm stronger, I'm greater. So now it's like I can get more money. Like in 2012, I scored the record deal not knowing what I was doing. Now I got it figured out. So with my company, MDF, the acronym of MDF stands for Militant Discipline Fearless, the biggest major independent company in sports, film, and entertainment. And I'm just so motivated, bro. When I look at my children, you know, my 11-year-old son is a football star, so I'm getting together his marketing and his brand. My 9-year-old son is a soccer star. You know what I mean? My older son, he wants to get into business, so I'm cultivating things for them and their generations. You know what I'm saying? My wife has a company. The bigger I am as Tone Trump, the more I can do for her company. The more relationships I get as Tone Trump. When I'm sitting, I get money with Ice-T. I get money with CeeLo. I'm making sure they got her candles. You know, I'm making sure they, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we everything is like this. So I'm motivated. I want to help new artists get money. Y'all know who Lean Bean is? Lena L. I want to help Lean Bean get money.
The kid with the gift.
The kid
She
with the
changed her
gift.
name.
No, I like
Yeah,
her.
Yeah, she hot.
I want y'all to interview the School of the Gifted. They got a whole movement, y'all, cause y'all just like them. Y'all are the next superstars. Y'all could be breaking stars too, because y'all got this. What y'all got is so good. These young kids got to come on your platform, because this brother knows how to bring out certain things, pause. So where you can, you know what I'm saying? Like when you sitting with a Moolery or a Lena L or a Tor, you can show a different side, because
Right.
they don't do a lot of talking. So when you break it down and you make them really
Yeah.
speak, because they some brilliant. I was with Tor in Miami. He a brilliant young king, but he don't do a lot of interviews. So he should be sitting with you before he's sitting with, the crack in LA and any people. You know what I'm saying? Come sit with, keep it
I
100.
met Tor a couple times too. He know
Start,
who
man.
we
Shout out
are.
to my brother Tor. Shout out to all the youth, cause like I said, there's a lot of them that's doing their thing, man. I'm proud of them all.
You I seen you posting about like we can wrap it up with this. You had like a traumatizing situation, like the law was trying to like put something on you that wasn't true.
Yeah, man. I
Talk about that.
Well, that's a great question. Well, to make a long story short, because there's still some things going on with that. But to get to one of the meat of it, they followed me, from the crib. So they followed me for a while. They finally pulled me over. They cornered us at every angle, right in front of CJC, which, if you don't know, that's the biggest courthouse in Philadelphia. So right away, that looks weird, because why do you got to do all of this? I'm literally right by CJC, which I was on my way in to go with CJC for court. Guns everywhere, guns in the face of my children, guns in the face of my woman. So the cop, the first thing, once he realized, like, they look stupid when they see, they thought I was in the car with my gang,
Right.
or whatever, what they tried to say. I'm in there with my family. So the cop says, well, your windows was too dark. We couldn't see you. But the other cop messed up, because he said he pulled me over because he saw me. So which one is it? Did you not see me, or did you not see me? So it's a lot going on with it legal wise, but that was just one incident. Then, I speak out a lot about Palestine. While I was leaving, I was a keynote speaker at a Palestine rally. While leaving, they pull over my truck. There's 4 of us in the truck, including my licensed armed security. Like, to the right that's armed security right there. But I had armed security with me, and they charged the whole truck, which is unheard of, because the security had the proper paperwork. So I just been having ongoing things with them, which I don't want to speak about too much until a further date, because I'm dealing with some stuff with that. But inshallah, we're going to come out on top, and on part 2, I could really talk about it. And
Oh yeah.
shout out to Michael Diamonstein. If you watching this in Philadelphia, hopefully you're not doing no crimes. But if you are doing crimes or got some crime trouble, don't listen to none of these old heads about the lawyers you need to get, because a lot of those lawyers are washed up and guys been getting 50, 60 years. Look up Michael Diamonstein. If you're a mother out there and your son fighting some trauma or some drama and you got a couple coins, go get Michael Diamonstein. He's special in that courtroom. I promise you. So that's a little game I could give y'all real quick on that tip.
Look, one more. Look, there's just some, because you just said something.
Yeah.
Let's say about getting profiled, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you a big influence, and I'm sure you influence a lot of people. You said you influenced Kevin Gates. You regret like the face tattoos and shit, because the law could see you and just look at you like he's a thug.
No, I don't regret anything, because it's so much a part of my story. I know these tattoos, it's magazines I've been in because of these tattoos. It's opportunities I got. So I made it work for me. Now, would I advise any young person now to do it? No. I wouldn't advise a person to get any tattoos. If you don't got no tattoos, I would say don't get any. But it's something that I fell in love with. It's one of my nefs. It's one of my Lord desires. May Allah forgive me for that. But I wouldn't advise nobody to do it. But do I regret it? No. I'm a sex symbol. I'm a rock star. I'm a cover out. Like, I've been in GQ, I've been in Vogue, I've been in Urban Ink, I've been in Double XL. So I love my tattoos. You know what I'm saying? We at work. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's good shit though. I just be wanting to know. I don't got no tattoos, so I
Don't
just
get
want-
none. Like,
yeah, I don't-
Yeah, keep it that way.
blessed, because nowadays they got so much stuff now.
No, I always used to see niggas get identified from tattoos. I'm like, I'm never
Locked up
getting.
in
Yeah, I
tattoos,
know.
all these tattoos.
I'm like, I'm never getting tattoos.
That's the first thing they put up. He got a tattoo of this such and such on this arm.
They'll have them on file.
Yeah, you a thug.
He a thug. She talking about something. I don't want to get no tattoos because that's how people get identified.
Well, yeah. I know I ain't doing nothing. Yeah, I know I ain't doing nothing.
Sounds so criminal. He said, no, because that's how niggas get caught. And I'm trying to still get away with everything.
Yeah.
I ain't say that. See, put words in my mouth.
Though, so they know that fucking beard. They gonna take a picture of that
I ain't
beard.
say none of that.
They going.
And listen, you got anything else you want to touch on, bro, before we wrap it up?
Yo, anything else you want?
Hey, yo. He said, no,
I want to touch on that. I want to touch on the damn thing.
Giddy.
No, man, but I do want to shout out. I want to shout out my sons, the Bryce boys. I'm branding my sons right now. We got a big football season and soccer season coming up. So shout out to Eileen the Dream and Abdul, Little Flash, and shout out the whole MDF, Militant Discipline Fearless. Shout out to what y'all got going on. Of course, the whole Philadelphia, the whole world. Free Palestine. Don't edit that out. I don't know if y'all compromised over here, but free Palestine, free Palestine, free Kill King, free Day Day, free all the men, free AR. You know what I mean? And shout out to the whole Philadelphia. Like I said, man, if you're not in tune, get in tune with Lena L. Get in tune with School of the Gifted. Get in tune with Moolery. Get in tune with Tori. Get in tune with the whole new Philly. There's so much new, amazing talent. K Gibbs, you up on him?
Yeah, we about to do it.
I'm about to do it, Joe. He reached out to me. I fuck with him.
Yeah,
K Gibbs, the last.
We gonna do something different too.
The last hope, North Face. That's my brother. I just put him on a record with me and Freeway. He's incredible.
I fuck with him heavy.
Incredible songwriter, incredible, young hustler.
Yeah,
so shout out to Gibbs, shout out to CEO Nafis, shout out to y'all, shout out to my brother Big Dan behind the camera. I'm real big on giving shots to ex-cons, and Dan is somebody who's from my neighborhood who ran it up, got sent to the feds, came home, running it back up. So shout out to him, shout out to the whole West Side, West Philly to the world. Shout out to Philly Freeway, shout out to the whole Philly.
Yes. Don't forget live show August 31st, Punchline Philly.
The live show?
Live show August 31st, Punchline Philly, after party prestige.
Boy, stepping it up.
This is our fourth one.
This our fourth one, baby. Fourth one.
Niggas don't even be digging that.
What's the date of that?
August 31st at Punchline Philly. We ain't shitting on nobody else, but a lot of these podcasts can't bring a crowd out. This our fourth live show.
With the top box.
Yeah.
They can't what?
They have not brung no crowd out. They have not brung a crowd out.
200 people.
Fourth live show.
Fourth.
300 people last time.
August 31st.
August 31st, man.
If you ain't at the Punchline, you brazy. We all at the Punchline on August 31st.
Yes,
the
sir.
biggest podcast. They popping it too. He said y'all having them Jones. It's 80 y'all in there. I seen some of them audience. Y'all be trying to hurry up and scan the crowd. Y'all try to do them little corner shots.
And no, damn in our shit.
Y'all be trying to have the stage all close up on the people's face because y'all ain't got nobody there. But these boys keep it 100, keep it a billion. They doing their thing and keeping it Philly. Don't get crazy. A lot of these podcasts, you can't even tell they from Philly. They don't show no Philly. So y'all keeping it Philly. So shout to y'all. Shout out to Quill too. Keep doing your thing. Shout out to the whole biddy, man. 215. August 31st it is?
Yeah,
August 31st.
Live show.
Punchline live show. This the fourth one.
Yes,
they killing
sir.
you. Let's get it. Let's win.
We out.
Good
Let's
job.
get John. Love.